Now, I've seen you referred to a little bit recently as the love gov, and I'm wondering if that's bleeding into your demeanor at all, making you a little soft on the president, that you don't want to really criticize him because you need him, and now's not a time for fighting. But don't you have to balance that with calling him out if he's doing things that you don't think are great for the people of your state to be hearing and experiencing? Love gov?
I've always been a soft guy. I am the love gov. I'm a cool dude and a little smooth. You know that. I just say, let it go. Just go with the flow, baby. You can't control anything.
You've never
so
said
don't
any
even
of those
try.
things.
Water off a duck's back.
It's the first time you've said
me.
any of those.
Yeah, I think I. Really? Yeah. Wow.
Never said any of them.
Look, I've
known you my whole life.
All right. Well, that's your opinion. Yeah. Well, you should listen better. Listening works. Not always talking. What was the question? Oh, I remember the question.
You're soft on the president.
I am in a situation. Yeah. Well, that's your characterization, first of all, right? So you don't state it as a question because you have a characterization in there that is a premise. I am working with the president cooperatively. It's very important that the federal government and state government work together during this time. I have to do my best job for the people of this state. You cannot say, look, I've been the governor in this country who's been the most critical of the president up until now. And by the way, there's no governor that he's been more critical of than me. So nobody's going to say I've gone too soft on the president. We're working together to help the state. That's what's important now. No politics, no personality, no ego, no ego. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about we and getting through this. And that's my singular focus. There'll be a day and a time for everything. But this is not the time and place. Gabish?
Yes, capisco. Bernie Sanders is out. The word is that this increases the chances with Senator Sanders out that you may get it in the race for president. Is that true?
Is that the word? Well, then it must be true.
That's the word on the street.
Right.
Is that?
Oh, the word on the
yes.
street?
I'm sorry,
Well,
I didn't hear an answer. Was it responsive? You're not responsive.
I'm just saying, if that's the word, who am I to argue with the word, right?
So then the senator leaving the race has changed your thinking. Is that what you're saying, Governor?
Has the senators leaving the race changed my thinking? In what way?
Are you now giving different consideration to running for president?
No.
So you are still not thinking.
But why?
Well, it's definitely a good question.
Well, I am thinking. I'm a thinking being. I'm thinking about a lot of things.
I bet.
Yeah.
Are you not thinking about running for president because now there is more political momentum around the idea of you accepting a vice presidential bid from Joe Biden? Is that something that you're considering?
First of all, I'm glad to see you're feeling better. I can tell you're feeling better because your animation and I know.
Answer whenever you like.
Joe Biden is a personal friend of mine. I've worked with him. He's been a great friend to this state. I support him. I have for years, and he's going to be, I believe, an excellent Democratic candidate and a leader. Second, I have said repeatedly, my plans, when I said I wanted to run for governor, I said to the people of my state, I will serve as your governor. People asked me, well, will you run for president? I said, no. I'm not that guy, Chris. I'm not that politician who says, yeah, I want to, it's all about me and the next step on the ladder.
Even if your party's jumping up and down with signs,
I'm going to be true to my word.
And they call you and say, we need you,
they can jump up and down. Yeah, LoveGov says, no way. I gave my word, and my word is good. I'm not your typical guy. Don't laugh. You're going to pay, Chris. One day you're going to be better. And then we'll have a discussion. But in the meantime,
I just want to ask the question. So for right now, it's a no.
I'm not going to be vice president.
Or VP. Yeah. VP either. No VP, no P.
What does VP stand for? Very
Vice President,
something? Sir. Principled? Oh,
Vice
no, not if that's what it stands for, yes.
So neither one. All right, good. Okay. Now, there's an important campaign you're pushing for people right now called Stay Home, and who are you staying home for? It's a good idea. It's a good way to connect the personal commitment of what they're doing. My decision is, and as I posted today very early before anybody else responded to the call that you put out, I'm staying home for my mother. because I love her, and at her age, she's uniquely vulnerable to the virus. And that's why making the move out of the house that Christina and I made was 100% our own, and we did it early. Who are you staying home for? Because I'm staying home for my mom.
Yeah, the whole campaign is dedicated to my mother. And I said that first thing this morning when I posted my picture.
I didn't hear you say anything.
Who are you staying at home for? Yeah,
right.
My mother. My mother. My mother. I'm staying home for my mother.
Oh, you're staying at home for your mom too. Isn't it weird though after I just said it?
No, I went first. I had my picture at my press conference saying I'm doing it for my mother. And yes, because it's a point that I want people to understand. If you don't want to stay home for yourself,
me with mom right now.
Then, yeah, well, I had my picture this morning while you were still sleeping, and I showed it at my press conference. And people have to understand, you want to be reckless with your own life, don't endanger others. And that's what the Stay at Home For campaign is all about.
Beautiful.
Don't endanger healthcare workers, don't endanger vulnerable people.
I love it. And
she was my mother first, by the way.
Lives, that is true. That when you win, that point, 100%. You were born first.
Thank you.
And the healthcare workers are begging us to do this for them, and I love the idea of the campaign. So I'm shifting my answer. You can have it. You can have mom, because that's what the bigger person does. I'm going to stay at home for these two guys. Here's my new choice. I'm staying home for these guys. Put up the picture. That's what I'm queuing right now. Put up the picture. Yes, I'm staying home for these two guys in the front. You know why? Can you see the picture?
All right. No, I can't see it.
Can you? You can see it.
I can't see it.
So I'm staying.
I can't see it
for these two guys. Oh, you can see it.
I can't see it.
So
I
there's
can't see
you
it.
in one of your
Bye,
signature
Chris.
Huckapoo shirt. No. Don't do it. Put the microphone back on. Don't be like that. And don't hold it in your hand because the hand swallows up the whole microphone.
Take that picture down.
I can't get any sound out of it.
Put
it back up.
the picture down.
Put it back up. There he is. And here's why I'm doing it for these guys. Because this is the guy who helped me shape who I am today. Look how I was looking at him so lovingly back then. I know it looks like I'm just staring at his diamond-crusted belt buckle, but I'm not. I'm actually staring up at the young man who made me so proud as his brother back then in my Billy the Kids and now. And just if you want to tell people, Huckapoo was your signature look back then. You've abandoned it. Why? Huckapoo.
There are no words. There are no words.
So
that was not me.
Straight down the middle. Straight down the middle. Straight down the middle.
3 minutes is up. 3 minutes is up.
Governor, it is good to remind people that they are just coming to love you now as much as I have my whole life. And it's because of your commitment to what you do for other people. It's what matters most to me about you. Yeah. And I love you very much. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for keeping my spirits up. And thank you for what you're doing for the state.
Oh, I'd like to say it was my pleasure, but it wasn't.
Why? Come on.
We'll talk later. Have a good show. Have a good show.
I thought this was a fruitful conversation. Governor, thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.